Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with the Galentine's YouTube hop as well as combining that with Follow a Sketch February for day 14. And this is the sketch for today. And let's see. I'm not sure I can read that. I think it says Rochelle Spears is who created it, and I am celebrating some of my favorite Galentines. I'm going to use Cocoa Vanilla's Happy Days because I love the colors in this collection, and I already had the perfect scraps, so it just made it even better. And I knew there were lots of bits in here that I could use that would work for what I wanted. So I am going to pull in something for a title in a little bit. But I've got my papers, my embellishments, and my pictures in this awesome sketch. So let's see how this goes. So I decided to use this yellow as the circle, that little outlined circle. And I'm just using my circle cutter, and I created like a 7-inch circle and then made like moved it in a little bit, and so I gave myself like a 1/4 inch or a little bit more than a 1/4 inch around. And then I'm just going to use all these scraps to create these long layers that are in the back. I do end up pulling something in from also in my scraps to mat my picture because I want it to kind of stand out, and I also don't want to cut into another 12 by 12 from this collection. So I just get a black solid piece of cardstock scrap, and I'm going to mat my picture kind of with a thick mat because I need it to be a little bigger. This sketch has the 3 pictures going all the way across, and the way I printed these on my printer, I have on the Project Life, there's like a 9 square, and so I had these 3 pictures on there. So I think they're like 2.5 inches or something like that squared. So I left them all together so they'd have that white in between. And then I just mat them on an 8 and 3/4 inch across. So it's got a kind of a thick border, so that it would help me stretch out where all those little bits and pieces are going to go. And then I noticed after I got started that there's this little bit in the bottom right corner. So I had this scrap with the florals on it, and I wanted to use that. And then there was a smaller scrap that had like pink and purple and like 2 shades of pink and a purple, but it was only like 3 inches long. So I just tore it and used a piece and then used another piece next to it. And really, you can barely tell because I overlay the pink really well. And I originally thought I would cover it with like a flower where that joins, but honestly, you can barely tell that it's there. So I just left it alone because I end up putting something down in that little space, and I think I would have not liked having something covering that little gap right there. So now that I have all of my papers and my picture down, I'm going to start working on building clusters. So I really have 3 major clusters, or main clusters. I do tuck this little like tickets down here over here to the right side because I'm trying to elongate this. Like I said, the sketch has the pictures kind of going almost from side, like almost 11 inches across. Like there's only like a 1/2 inch to 1 inch gap, just looking at the sketch. There's only a little bit of space between the picture and the edge. So I just make it longer by adding like these little tickets. Plus one says happy snaps. And like when the 3 of us are together, we take pictures all the time. We're ridiculous. And so then I add like this little pinwheel to the other side and a flower. So it'll also make it a little longer on that side. So with my clusters on each end, I'm kind of in the same space and using up as much space as they are on the sketch. So I wasn't going to put that other cluster up there above where that little almost triangle space is in the circle, but I like it there. Like, I think that it looks good, and I don't care that it's filling and covering some of that circle. Like, I don't really think I like the way that the circle looked, and now I really do. This is one of my favorites. To be 100% honest, I am on my 3rd layout for this month because I'm doing them completely out of order. And this is the third one that I've done. I keep saying, this is my favorite, but it's fine. But it helps that Cocoa Vanilla is just such gorgeous collections. Like, oh, I love their collections. So I put these butterflies on here. I've already got the butterflies on the paper, but I wanted to go ahead and put these butterflies on here. And then on the sketch, she's got like a little heart in between like picture 1 and 2, and then it's got like ribbon and stuff tied. Well, I have this amazing banner, and I felt like it was very appropriate and extremely fitting for the layout. Plus, it's the colors that I've been working with mostly, and so I decided to use that instead. It's over a little bit further, but I'm okay with that. And then I'm going to use my, this title came from a, let's see what it's called. It's a Thickers, and it's called Skylar. And, you know, I have lots of things on here that say, talk about friends and stuff like that. But these ladies are not just my friends. Honestly, they are my work wives. I don't know what I would do without them. Ashley is one of my best friends, and I talk to her every day. And Kylie is new this year, but the three of us connected really quickly. We have lots in common and lots not in common. It's an interesting connection. I am 17 years older than them. So, but I don't feel old when I'm with them most of the time, unless there's some discussion about something they don't know and it's from like the 80s or early 90s. Then I remember how old I am. But anyway, I adore them, and we all get along really, really well. And so I felt like when it was time to do a layout about my Galentines, this is plus we've talked about actually getting together on Valentine's, and doing something together, probably going to get charcuterie because that's our favorite. But that's kind of why I decided that I was going to document these two lovely ladies today for Galentine's Day. And then I do some journaling on the bottom, just super small and like it's not bold, and just says hanging out with these two brings me joy. They aren't just my friends, but my work wives, and I love them so. And I just finished it off with a couple of the little enamel hearts, and that is it. I love how this layout turned out. It brings me lots of joy. It's got all my favorite colors since they're some of my favorite people. And so I hope you'll go check out the Galentine's Hop. Information about that will be listed below, as well as follow Sketch February, which is through Scrapping Reflections, the lovely Sandy, which is State Goddess here on YouTube. So please go check her out and all the other people hopping along with that. And I hope you'll come back and see me, because I'm hoping I will be here every day this month. That's the plan. We shall see. I'm on a roll right now, so we'll see how that goes. But I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up if you like this video and or my layout. I would also love it if you'd subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for those of you who are already subscribed, and for all of you who hung out with me today. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping!